Then we're going to meet Paige Robinson, and Paige happens to be actually a senior in fashion design, but she is already moving rapidly in her career, and she has agreed to just share some insights with you, and I think it'll be exciting to talk to somebody who's getting ready to graduate and go out in their career. She already has things lined up for her, so you will get to meet her.
Hello everyone, I'm Paige Robinson. I'm going to dive right into why I chose fashion design. So, I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I grew up seeing my grandmother, who was a seamstress. She was always making something when I went over to her house, always making beautiful dresses for someone. So I had an interest at a young age between seeing her and also watching Project Runway. I immediately knew that's what I wanted to do. I was like about 6-7 years old. So I was a little young to start using a needle and to get into fashion. So when I turned 13, my grandmother decided to revisit that and start teaching me how to sew. So later on that year, I actually started my own business where I was making custom scarves, jeans, and knitwear, which I found a super old photo on the bottom right of me just taking these jeans and redoing them. And I kind of had this light bulb moment for my career at the age of 13 in 2011. I went to a Christmas bazaar. I begged my grandmother to take me. It cost like $100 to get a table, and I had all my designs out in my jeans, and there was other people there selling jewelry and lotion, and I ended up having like one of the best tables there. I had so many customers. I made, I think, $500. So at 13, I was like so excited. And I think for me, what clicked was I was doing something that I loved. I was giving people a product that they loved, and I was able to make revenue from it. So at such a young age, I was just like, this is what I want to do for life. I kind of paused my fashion career or passion throughout high school because I was a volleyball player. So that took up a lot of my time. But at the age of 18, I actually decided to stop playing volleyball, which was so crazy because I wanted to go and play D1, but my heart was just torn as I wanted to get into fashion and I wanted to get into modeling. So I visited University of Cincinnati, where I met Lori, and I got to sit down and find out everything about DAAP. And I think one of the videos played a clip of the DAAP fashion show, and my jaw just dropped. I just like knew I had to be at University of Cincinnati, and I think I followed up with Lori and like asked to be in the show, and so I've been able to walk in the show over the past years, which is the photo on the left, and I've always been so excited for me one day to be able to make my collection and graduate from the school. So COVID happened, and I was ready to go into my next co-op, and I was always telling people I was going to go from New York to LA next, and then COVID happened. So I think we had the option of taking classes or pursuing our own co-op, whether it was remote. So I decided to be self-employed for that semester, and it was amazing. I was able to really work on my brand, which was a big goal by the time I graduated. So I had a following, and I went from having like 20 followers on social media to 142,000. So it was really a time that I took from being, I didn't mean for that to move. But it was really a time I took that was supposed to be a bad time, and I was sad that I had to be at home, but I was able to grow my brand. Well, currently, like I said, I moved out to Los Angeles in spring of 2021, and I'm still out here. I love it. I always wanted to figure out where I wanted to start my career, whether it was the East Coast or the West Coast, and I'm loving it out here so far. I'm also currently working on my capstone collection. I started classes back up a couple weeks ago. It's already been going so well. I think the semester is going to be a breeze. Although it's remote, I've had really good teachers over the past years that are just willing to work with me and make sure I'm able to get everything complete. Also in the summer, once upon graduation, I will be dropping my first official collection. This is so special to me because I've been sewing since the age of 13, and I've done custom pieces for people and one-of-ones, but I've never dropped a full collection, obviously because I've been in school and super busy. So I'm so excited to release this. And then I'm also working on digital sewing lessons, so that will be released as well. And then I still have my job as a designer for Oya Femtech Apparel. So a lot of moving parts right now, but I mean, part of this is coming from the DAAP program. I've been able to have so many opportunities that I have the choice to pick what I want